Alright, this will be an interesting one. See if we can make it look good. I wonder how big we're going to make this. Actually, going to make it 100. We're going to deal with that later, I think, with the sizing. This one's going to need a fair amount of background removed from it to make it look good. Let's see if we can make this look any good. Going to add a fair amount of contrast, and the copy density is going to have to go fairly light. See how we go with this. Alright, let's see what this is we're photocopying. Photocopying, it's an interesting thing I don't understand. It is to do with what's called cryptocurrency. This is in Chinese, I can't read this shit. Won top, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I don't know what the fuck this is. But it's to do with Bitcoin, which is what they call a cryptocurrency. But I'm not a fucking expert or a knowledgeable person on this shit. We're just going to photocopy it. We don't want the writing on top, so we're just going to put it in like so. But it's an interesting thing that's come up. I don't understand what cryptocurrency is. It's some kind of virtual money. I don't understand it. Sometimes it's had a bit of an up and down sort of a thing. I occasionally read about it. It's a strange thing I just can't understand, folks, so don't ask me what the hell that stuff is. I just like the image. The image looks really nice. So I thought I'd take a photocopy of it and make it into a piece of artwork. That looks nice. We do need to drop that a bit. So, but basically I've just heard about cryptocurrency. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just so interesting. It's interesting, but it's something I don't actually understand. I'm not, because I've got brain damage done at birth. I can't learn about new concepts very easily, and especially complicated ones like this. So I'm just really, it's not an easy thing to understand, and I think a lot of average people would struggle to understand it as well. It's still a little bit too far up. We're just going to push it down further. But yeah, Bitcoin, I've heard of this shit, but I don't understand it. Which rhymes. Sorry about the rhyme, folks. Rhyming sounds a bit daggy, I must say. But apparently it's not easy to acquire this sort of currency, and you need special equipment for it. It's really strange how this person, whoever it was, developed it, and he's obviously made a killing on it. It's like anything, it just becomes, I don't know if it's a fad, but basically, now we've got the top of it. Fuck. Yeah, I think we've moved it. We do need to maybe enlarge it a bit more. Maybe. We're just going to push it just a fraction up. This is not an easy piece we're photocopying, folks. Okay, out it comes. Let's see how that looks. That looks better. We got a bit of it on the bottom now, so I'm thinking we're going to just and there's a little bit at the top, which means that we're as far up and as far down as we can go. So we're just going to apply a little bit of vertical enlargement. So we're just going to add, on top of that, we're going to make it 143%. You're just going to add a smidge. Just going to add a smidge. just a little bit, just a tiny touch. Just a fairly small fraction of a... We still have a bit of that bit there. We still need to make it a bit bigger. So that needs to go slightly larger to just a slight bit. Pardon the term bit, as in Bitcoin. Sorry, folks, about that. About making it sound a bit silly. I'm going to make it 145. That should take care of it. Thing with Bitcoin is that if it's to do with data, if the system goes down, you'd think the Bitcoin would be almost useless if that happened. So yeah, you'd be a bit worried if you invested in this shit and found that the systems that support it, the equipment, the data and all that sort of shit, you think the system could just crash and you lose all your fucking currency. I mean, it's a bit tricky. Bitcoin has had troubles as well. There have been troubles with Bitcoin that I've read about. But basically, I just don't think I could trust something like this. I'm not a rich person, so I couldn't afford to invest in this shit. Even if I really, really wanted to. So now we're just going to print off a couple of mirror images of this. But it's interesting what we have, in this world. Someone had to come up with some kind of high-tech kind of currency. They're probably rich from it, folks. But yeah, I don't understand it. I just know that it's some kind of currency that exists on the internet or in cyberspace, and it's like a virtual currency. I don't know how it would actually be used to buy things, which is what money is basically for. So I don't know what use this would have in the real world, how you'd pay for something with this shit. So yeah, I don't understand why people bother with it. But a lot of people, but there's money to be made, I guess, and people do anything to make fucking money these days. They're mad. Anyway, enough about that. I think that looks quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.